Hi, I'm Catherine Young, and my topic is sexual assault. Sexual assault refers to an unwanted sexual act against or without a person's consent. This isn't only sexual. It refers to any sexual, visual, verbal act that forces a person against their will to join in unwanted sexual act or attention. After a traumatic experience, it is common for a survivor to feel like they are out of their own bodies. It is a complex form of trauma that breaches the physical, mental, and spiritual trust of a person against their will. This can affect a person's mentality, especially during youth when the brain is highly elastic. And this is according to the Joyful Heart Foundation. The Joyful Heart Foundation was created by Mariska Hargitay, who plays the detective Olivia Benson on Law & Order Special Victims Unit. She created this foundation, and their mission is to heal, educate, and empower survivors of sexual assault, domestic violence, child abuse, and to shed light into darkness that surrounds these issues. The statistics: 1 in 3 women report being physically or sexually abused by a husband or boyfriend at some point in their lives. 1 out of every 6 American women have been the victim of attempted or completed rape in their lifetime. 7% of girls in grades 5 through 8 and 12% of girls in grades 9 through 12 said they have been sexually abused. And approximately 2/3 of rapes were committed by someone known to the victim. And this is according to Rape, Abuse, and Incest National Network. Sexual assault affects many lives, both directly and indirectly. It is a crime that spans age, sexual orientation, religion, and gender, and affects people of all socioeconomic backgrounds and education levels. Sexual assault is used to hurt others by a force of power. It is to humiliate and control and harm them. There's no typical profile of a rapist, but they do share some common characteristics. In fact, one sexual assault expert said that sex offenders comprise of an extremely heterogeneous population that cannot characterize by a single motivational factor. For this reason, we need to look at their behavior instead of what they look like and what they do in the community. Just look at the example of Ted Bundy. He was an A student, very good looking, volunteered in the community at his university's suicide prevention center, and was active in the church. Did he fit the profile of a rapist or violent person? It is also noted by the Sexual Assault Prevention and Awareness that sex offenders are known for rationalizing their behavior. The majority of sexual assault are not reported to the police. An average of 68% of assaults in the last 5 years were not reported. Even when the crime is reported, it is unlikely to lead to an arrest and prosecution. Factoring in unreported rapes, only about 2% of rapists will ever serve a day in prison. This has to change. According to the Know More Project, we need to know more to ensure no more. We need to learn the signs, get the facts, and know the resources available. We need to break the silence. We need to speak out if we see any of this injustice. Next, we need to share more, like share this Know More symbol. This brings awareness about sexual assault. Finally, we need to ensure no more. We can do this by getting involved in our community and donating to local or national sexual assault organization. A suggestion in changing laws would be to end the backlog of untested rape kits. Thankfully, the Joyful Heart Foundation has worked toward this with endthebacklog.org. They have also worked toward reauthorizing the Violence Against Women Act. This advocacy is to reauthorize the nation's legislation power to prevent violence against women and dedicate resources to this crime. The statistics of sexual assault are shocking. They are shocking in how many women are victims, how the perpetrators can't be characterized by a single motivation, and the after effects the victims experience indirectly and directly. Thankfully, we have foundations like the Joyful Heart Foundation that have healing and wellness programs, education and awareness programs, and they also work with federal, state, and local government on advocating for victims and improving the criminal justice system. Along with Joyful Heart, we have the No More Project. This is a symbol that brings awareness and breaks down the barriers of this stigma. Thank you, and here are my resources.